Hello, it's me. Just on the school run. Just thought I'd hop on and say hello. Just hang on a minute and see. Oh, my face is very shiny in the sunshine. Thought I would just hop on and say hello, but I'm just waiting to see if we get a few people on this morning. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope we all had a good weekend. So, a few things happened over the weekend, and as they were happening, I thought to myself, kind of rolled my eyes and thought to myself, I need to tell my Thinking Into Results group about this. And then I thought, actually, it might be something that everybody could benefit from. So, what happened over the weekend was, as most of you probably know, my next challenge, my next free 5-day challenge starts on Monday. So I've been beavering away, kind of inviting people to that. And I'm quite careful about who I invite to it. So I look for people who who know Bob Proctor, people who are into personal development. So tends to be people, I'll reach out to people maybe in particular Facebook groups or who've engaged with one of Bob's posts or who've written a post in one of his groups. You know, people that I know are likely to benefit from the challenge and who are going to enjoy it, who are going to be positive, who are going to contribute. You know, I kind of invite those kind of people. And generally speaking, I get a really good response. I usually get, thanks so much for inviting me. I really appreciate it. Love Bob's stuff. Really looking forward to it. Yeah, great. Occasionally I get negative responses, which is fine. Few and far between, really. I suppose as the challenge has grown, I can see people watching, but I can't see who you are. Hop on, say hello, say happy Monday if you've got time. If you're somewhere you can, not if you're driving. Where was I? So as the challenge has grown, kind of get a few more of those negative responses, but that's fine. I don't really pay any attention to them. But over the weekend I got quite a few, and I thought, this is really interesting. So what happens is I tend to just send a message, or I've got Facebook ads running, I've got all sorts of ways that I kind of invite people, that I spread the word, but I am quite careful about who I put myself in front of. So I got quite a few over the weekend that were kind of just got back, link doesn't work. The link did work. I got some people telling me to go and F off. I got some people who have complained that they've got some emails back confirming the place because I'm cluttering up their inbox. So the thing is with these kind of people, I'm not interested, to be perfectly honest, because they're not the kind of people I want in the group anyway. So I tend to just reply back and say, don't bother. Just remove yourself from the group. Just unsubscribe from the emails. I'm not really, it's a free challenge. It's me giving up my time for 5 days. I'm not asking anything of you. So anyway, I got quite a few of these over the weekend, and I kind of I don't even reply to most of them now because there's no need. I just think, just don't bother then. Don't come in. It's no skin off my nose if you don't come into the group. It's you that's missing out. But then, as I was reading my persistence chapter this morning, which I'm reading every day at the moment, Persistence from Think and Grow Rich, I came across, I was reminded of now that I haven't got the book with me, so I can't remember how many it is. I think it's the 8 biggest saboteurs of persistence, basically. And the biggest thing that stops people being persistent in what they need to do, biggest thing, it's all in your mind. It's all to do with your paradigm, I know that now. But it really does stop people doing things that they know they should be doing. And so now, I don't care now. I just kind of think I'm coming to you from a place of service. If you don't want it, it doesn't matter to me really. And to be perfectly honest, I don't want people in the group who are going to be negative. I have had to remove people from the group in past months, which isn't very nice. And the only reason people get removed from the group is from being negative, because it's such a positive, motivating, educational space to be in, that it's really fun. I absolutely love my challenge week. Those people who know me, my clients, the people who are in my community, they know how much I love it and how fundamental it is to my business and to me serving as many people as I can. So I'm perfectly happy with where I'm coming from with it. I know that it's a problem they've got, but so when I was reading the persistence chapter this morning, I just thought to myself, this is a perfect example of something that would have stopped me a couple of years ago, and it would have stopped me being persistent and doing the things I need to do to grow my business and to help more people. So if you are in that place where you're scared about doing something or putting something out there or going for a particular goal or whatever it is that you know that you've got to do to move forward, and you're worried about what other people might think, you've got to ask yourself, what is the worst that can happen? What is the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen to me is that people will think I'm an idiot. Well, I don't know them. I'm never going to meet them. If they're those kind of people, I'm never going to meet them anyway, because they're not going to come into the group, and I'm certainly not going to want to work with them. So if I'm never going to meet them, I don't know them, what's the worst that can happen if they don't like me? So ask yourself, seriously, if it's something big that you're being held back from doing, get it written down. Ask yourself, what actually is the worst that can happen if I do this and people don't like it? What's the worst that can happen? The other thing as well is it made me remember this idea that, or the truth, I suppose, that what you put out you get back. So there was people who've come at me from a negative point of view, and who've I've sent out kind of a friendly invitation to the group, and the people who've come back either with expletives, which I'm just spitting at the camera, which, believe it or not, some people actually do. They don't know me, but it makes them really angry that I've reached out to them. So those kind of people. I've always also have people who complain that, well, first of all, people don't read the instructions. So, and I'll put the link in the comments for people who do want to join us in the free challenge. But people don't read the instructions, people don't read the registration page, so they will, it's totally free. You sign up. Once you've signed up, you then get the option to upgrade, to get some extra bits and pieces if you want to. It's like $29 once you've registered. It doesn't cost anything to register for the group, but people don't read it. So they'll say, you said this was free, but it's $29. No, it's not. You've just not read it. But the thing is, if you go into everything looking for the negative, if you go into everything expecting there to be a catch, you're going to find it. Because people tend to find what they're looking for. If you look for the negative in everything, you will find it. There's a positive and a negative to everything. And if it's not there, you'll make it up. That's just what happens. So, the lesson really is go into these things. Go into everything this week expecting the best, expecting positive things to happen, expecting that people are going to be nice to you, expecting that the outcome's going to happen that you want during the week. If you go into it expecting that people are going to rip you off, that people are going to be horrible to you, you know what? You're probably right. So, what you give out comes back. And generally speaking, if it's bad that you're giving out, it tends to come straight back at you. So those people who've been critical, negative, whatever, they're probably not going to realise, but I just don't invite them to the group. I get people, I'll say, I've got this free challenge next week, would you like me to send you the link? And if they come back with any kind of negativity, then I just don't bother sending them the link. So they're missing out. You know, they probably don't realise it. But they are missing out, because honestly, it could be absolutely transformational. You know, a lot of people absolutely love the challenge. I get people coming back every time we do it and say they get more out of it every time. So the people, you know, they're missing out really if they're going to be shitty and not get the link. It's their lookout, isn't it? So there we go. So I just thought there were kind of a couple of lessons to learn there, and I thought that I would share it on my business page today. I don't normally go live on my business page, aren't you lucky? on this happy Monday morning. So that's it really. I just thought I'm going to share this because I think some people will relate to it. So I'll put the link in the comments for people who want to join us on the free 5-day challenge. It is free, okay? It's free. You don't have to pay anything. Totally free. 5 days of me and this and learning together and sharing, and it's just amazing. So I'll put the link in the comments. If you'd like to join us, please do. And I will speak to you all later. Thank you very much. Bye for now.